Hello everybody. Welcome to YouTube channel Understood Biology. Today we will start with the morphology of flowering plants. What is morphology? Morphology is the external structure and characters of the living beings. That is, it might be plant, it might be animals, anything. So in case of plants and seed-bearing plants, we will do the morphology of the plant. You know what are seed-bearing plants? Gymnosperms and angiosperms, they are seed-bearing. Angiosperm is the highest evolved class, and these they are placed under special class phanerograms. And seedless plants, that is the Halophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, they don't bear the seeds. They are called as the cryptogams. So we are doing angiosperm part of the phanerogames. So in every plant, there is, I can say, two systems are there. The aerial system, aerial parts, which grow upwards, that is called as the shoot system. It consists of stem branches, leaves, and you can say flower, birds, fruits. These all constitute the shoot system. The underground, this is the shoot system. These are to say stem, then the branches, and they're bearing the leaves. And the underground part, which is below the soil, it is called as the root system. So root system will consist of main root and its branches, etc. So before we start with the today we will do the root system. Before we start with it, I will show you my botanical garden, and you will enjoy it. You can see this is the basil plant, that is Osima basilicum. It is, you can say, and this one another Gulmour plant, and this is spinach, marigold, onion plants, again spinach. This is a flowering plant, and this is lemon grass. It is lemon grass, and this is again the marigold. This is another species of the variety of the basil. You can say marua in case of. And these are pea plants. These are pea plants. This is also pea plant. Then we can see radish. This is radish. This is cholai, tomato plant. And then you can see these are all tomato plants. Yes, tomato plants, tomatoes, and radish. The radish upper part, it is growing above the soil. It is the shoot system, and the part which is below the soil is the root system. And these are all radish, and this is cauliflower, full gopi. These are all cauliflower, and along with some tomato plants, all cauliflower, chalai, and tomato, then spinach, and these are all tomato plants. And this is papaya. This is papaya. So these are plants you will see and enjoy. This is coriander, which is very small plants, and pulled out the one of the plant, showing you the root. So this roots system consists of primary root, which arises from the radicle. When the seed germinates, the embryo is formed. First part formed is embryo, then plumule. Plumule forms grow upwards and form the shoot system. Radicle grows downwards and form the root system. From the radicle, a main root arises. This main root arises. It is called as the primary root. This primary root gives further branches, which are called as the secondary branches. These are secondary branches. These secondary branches further to say bear tertiary branches, and they also bear the root hair. All these primary root, secondary root, tertiary root, and root hairs, they constitute the root system. Roots are positively geotropic. They grow downwards for the gravity, and shoots are negatively geotropic. They grow against the gravity. Secondly, roots are negatively phototropic. They grow against the light, and shoots are positively phototropic. They grow towards the light. So this is a root system. Then root system is further of three types: tap root system, fibrous root system, and adventitious root system. In tap root system, when radical elongates to form the primary root, then it gives the secondary branches and tertiary branches and root hairs. This will constitute the taproot system. There is main primary root arising from the radicle. In fibrous root system, this primary root is short-lived. Not only is formed by the radicle, it is short-lived and is replaced by. This is the characteristic of to say dicot plant, and is replaced by fiber-like roots. Bunch of fiber arise from the base of the stem. This is called as the fibrous root. As in case of grass, this is prevalent in, you can see very well the number of fiber like roots, they arise from the base of the stem. As in case of grass, this is called as the fibrous roots. For example, they are present in wheat, in grass. Fibrous root system is there. Then adventitious root system. In adventitious root system, the root arises other than radical from any part of the plant. That is called as the adventitious root system. Just like you can say, in case of sugarcane and maize, from the lower nodes arise roots which support the maize. Such roots, they are called as the adventitious roots. So we will describe, just like you can say in case of banyan tree, long rope like roots are arising from the stem branches, and they grow downwards to give support to the very heavy tree. These are called as the prop roots, and they are adventitious roots. Now we will do modification of root. The main function of the root is encourage and absorption of mineral waters and then transport to various organs. So, but in some cases, roots are modified to perform function other than absorption and to say absorption of minerals and water and encourage. So, what are those? First is storage roots. In this case, what happens? The food synthesized by the leaves, that is photosynthase, that grow, move downwards and is stored into the roots, and roots become heavy and swollen due to the storage of food. Such roots are called as the storage root. For example, you can say radish. The radish part which we take, that is the tap root, that is the primary root, and that radish, it has been to say swollen due to the presence of it has food is stored in the radish, and on the radish on the upper part there is disc-like structure which is called as the reduced stem or the capitulum. From that capitulum you are seeing the stem is reduced and leaves are borne on that disc-like stem. So radish, then you can say carrots, same thing, and you can say turnip, sweet potato, all they are roots, and they are fleshy due to the storage of food.
बनो बनो कुकी को ले जाके खाना डाल दो।
So this is radish. I've taken out from the soil, and this main root is the tap root. This entire system is tap root system. It is the primary root. It has become swollen due to storage food. These are secondary branches. The secondary branches further bear the lateral. These lateral branches are secondary branches. Further they bear the further branches. These are called the tertiary and the rooted. This entire root system, and shape of this fleshy root is spindle shaped. That's why it is called as fusiform root. Fusiform root. Beetroot, it is also, you can say, storage root. The root is round, becomes swollen, and it is the stem. Stem is reduced. Leaves are arising from the stem, and it bears secondary root. These are the branches and tertiary root, just like here. This type of root, which is swollen and round in shape, just like in turnip as well, they are called as the napiform storage root. In case of radish, fusiform storage roots. And in carrot, the shape is conical, and they are called as the conical storage roots. These are all tap roots. These are all topic. The above part, disc-like part is, to say, you can say it is stem. Your capsulum. From this part arise the leaf. So this is all about the storage root. Sweet potato is also storage root, but that is adventitious because it arises from the stem. Then storage roots. In addition to this, the roots, they are supportive in function. First function is encourage. Second is absorption of mineral and water air generally occurs in the leaves. Occurs in the roots. Third function is storage. When the roots are modified to become fleshy and store the photosynthesis. Taproot system, I have told you, in the taproots, they are turnip, carrot, and to say radish. And then you can say prop roots. Prop roots, they are in prop roots. You might have seen banyan tree. What वृक्ष जिसको बोलते हैं? In prop roots, there are long brown branches growing downwards from the upper part of the tree canopy. They arise from the stem branches. These are adventitious because they arise from the stem branches. They don't arise from the radicle. They grow downwards and anchor into the soil to provide extra support to the large, huge tree. So just like this, you can see these are the prop roots. These are called as the prop roots. Then stilt roots. Stilt roots, they are also supportive. At the basal nodes of, stem bears nodes and internodes. In the basal nodes of sugarcane and maize bear roots, which provide support to this stem, erect stem, because there is no branches. So these roots, they are called as the stilt roots. So supportive roots are prop roots and stilt roots. In addition to this, some roots, they perform the function of respiration. These roots, they are called as the aerial. The lateral branches, they grow upwards to form these structure, which are called as the pneumatophores. To say they have pores, and these pneumatic roots, they bear pneumatophores, and these are also called the aerial roots. They help in respiration of the plants. As in case of mangrove trees, they grow in the saline soil, so there is deficiency of oxygen, so pneumatophores are found. Then hostorial root, or you can say parasitic root. In case of cuscuta, the roots, they branch and rebranch and enter into the stem or the root of the host plant to absorb the to say ready-made food material, and such roots, they are called as the hostorial roots or the parasitic roots, and as in case of cuscuta. So this is all about the modification of the roots. Then what is the basic structure of the root? Root at the base, it is covered by root cap. Then root cap, above the root cap, there are present cells which are dense in cytoplasm. They have power of division and redivision. They divide and redivide, and such this region is called as the meristematic zone. You know, meristematic cells have the capacity, have the quality of division. So they divide and redivide and help in the growth of the root. Then is zone of elongation. The cells of meristematic cells, when they are added, they are elongated to grow the root. To say root is elongated, and this region is called a zone of elongation. Zone of elongation. After the zone of elongation, the cells, they are differentiated. They are differentiated, and this is called the zone of maturation. It bears all these root hair, etc. Xylem, phloema, they are present. So this is all about the structure of root. So today we had done the structure of root and its modification. Next time we'll do the structure of shoot system in case of angiosperm plant. Have a good day. Enjoy. I think you might have followed it. Like it, subscribe it, and share it with your friends so they may can also gain.